I think open source is increasingly important in networking. You look at this open networking movement, and really, open source has been around for quite a long time. Networking is playing a game of catch-up right now. Open source is the new competitive advantage. It's an innovation game changer when you really start to look at things. And if you haven't started playing in this game, you need to start now. There's really three key things to think about when you're looking at open source and why it's so important. The first one is really about faster time to innovation. And essentially, when you're working in open source, you're utilizing code that millions of developers have worked on, millions of lines of code that is already tested, possibly supported, and even has documentation to go along with it. There's several things that you can actually even do with that code as you bring it back in-house, which leads me to the second point, which is really around revenue generation and new revenue channels. So as you start to look at what you can do with the potential of open source and bringing that code back in-house, you can add features or functionality to that and also build new products and sell them. In addition to that, you can also be able to drive revenue with wrapping support packages around that, or services packages, or consulting packages. And you can take that and you can actually sell those, very similar to how Red Hat does. But it's not just limited to Red Hat anymore. They're not the only ones in the game. Now, when you look at the third point, and this is increasingly important, what we're trying to do with open networking and really what we're trying to do with Cisco, it's all about automation. It's all about the no-stack development. It's really about taking away the complexity of the management and maintenance of the network and freeing that up, automating that, and giving developers the time they need to build really exciting new and cool things. So applications, plugging things into automation engines, new tooling, it allows people to actually free their time up to have the fun part of development back. And really, when you start to look at open source as a whole and what that's bringing to networking, it's bringing that. It's bringing the innovation, it's bringing the revenue, and it's bringing the fun back in.